welcome to the election night edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Watching the returns come in here at 21 News. Be sure and check out what we have to say on our mobile app, on the website. The results are coming across the bottom of the screen, and we'll have, of course, full coverage of the primary election tonight on 21 News at 11. Let's talk weather today, and boy, today was not the kind of day that I thought it would be yesterday. Now, we did have the clouds and the drizzle in our forecast for this morning, but the drizzle and the fog lasted longer than we thought, and therefore temperatures stayed cooler than we expected at the same time last night. Here's a quick time-lapse video from our weather camera in Boardman showing the murky morning conditions. This did clear out for the afternoon. The clouds stuck around, but we did lose the fog and the drizzle finally as we went past 12 and 1 o'clock. But it did a number on our temperature forecast as we stayed in the 50s across the region today instead of our original forecast high of 62. 53 the number at the airport. Notice it was warmer to the south where they had a few peaks of sun in Columbus and in Zanesville as well as Morgantown. All right, it's been a warm month so far. How does this shape up compared to the warmest Marches on record in Youngstown? The warmest March was just 4 years ago, back in 2012, with an average temperature of 49.5. Now that counts highs and lows, not just highs. So that was the granddaddy of them all back in 2012. We're currently down in 9th place on the list of warmest Marches, but we're not done with the month, and it's certainly possible that we're going to climb this list a little more before the month is through. Right now the number is 42.6, but as you can see, we don't have to go too much warmer to start climbing this list fairly quickly. So we'll see how that shapes up at the end of the month. Our radar's quiet this evening. Things are not quite off to the west, though, where severe weather is an ongoing concern. We've got a tornado watch out. Northeast Missouri, eastern Iowa, into north central and western parts of Illinois this evening, and actually a couple of tornado warnings out in west central parts of Illinois. This is west of the Peoria area, running for a little while longer this evening. So that's unfortunate for them. Thankfully for us, severe weather is not a concern. As we go through the night tonight, our shower chance will increase as a warm front lifts through. Now, I think this is overdone on the HRRR model. I think there could be a shower overnight, but I think this looks a little overdone. We actually have a better chance to get wet, I think, tomorrow morning. And interestingly, the HRRR model, which is a lot of times overdone, might be a little underdone here with the showers tomorrow morning. We've got a 60% chance in our morning forecast tomorrow. If you took this model verbatim, it might be a 20% chance. But I do think there is likely to be at least a few more showers out there tomorrow morning that is portrayed on the model. So grab the umbrella. It's not a washout tomorrow. In fact, it's going to turn out to be a pretty nice afternoon tomorrow. We'll break into the sun after this front swings through, and temperatures will blast off into the 60s with a gusty southwest wind tomorrow. And then Thursday starts with some sun, might be a couple of showers rolling in as we go deeper into the afternoon. And then here comes our cold front that's going to change the pattern for a few days. And notice the model here even has a few snow showers in parts of New York, and perhaps even into northwest PA. I don't think too many areas in our viewing area are likely to see snowflakes Friday, but I can't totally rule out a couple of spots seeing a snowflake before Friday is through. Back here in the near term, wind tomorrow will be noticeable, already gusting perhaps to 25 to 30 in the afternoon. And then in the wake of the warm front, we switch back around to the southwest, and that'll be a gusty southwest wind, 35 miles per hour or so in some of these gusts during tomorrow afternoon. Notice up in Michigan, it could be gusting up to 50 tomorrow afternoon. Stay pretty breezy into tomorrow night and into even Thursday as well. All right, we have not seen many snowflakes recently. Here's the list of the last 10 spring seasons, that is. And what was the date that we had the last measurable snow at the airport? Measurable snow meaning more than a trace. Surely on some of these years we had some flurries after these dates, but as far as measurable snow, this was the date of the last measurable snow. Last year we had almost an inch of snow on April 23rd. Notice only a couple of dates in March here, 2010 and 2008. Our last measurable snow is in March. Most of the time it occurs in April. And when you take a 30-year average, it ends up being about April 8th is our average last date of measurable snow in Youngstown. The earliest date I could find on record, interestingly enough, is March 17th of 1978. That was a cold and snowy winter, but the last snow occurred pretty early in the spring. It's interesting to show this because we haven't had measurable snow now for a while, and if we don't get any Sunday and Monday, I think we probably will see at least a tenth of an inch at the airport, where it always seems to, the number always seems to be a little higher than I think it should be. But If we don't see any measurable snow, it's possible we're going to break this record this year because March 17th is the record. Interesting, the latest date that we've had measurable snow in the springtime, May 16th of 1956. All right, well, let's talk about the weekend coming up. Saturday's going to be a pretty nice day in the wake of our front. It's going to be a fairly sunny day, I think. The GFS is probably a little overdone here with the precipitation not far to our south and west. I think it's a pretty sunny day Saturday. Sunday's been a tough forecast all along, but the modeling is starting to come into better agreement that there's going to be a low off the coast. Maybe a little residual moisture back here, and there might be a wet snow shower in spots on Sunday, but not looking at much. And there might be some flurries around into Monday as well. It'll be legitimately chilly on Monday. We'll start probably in the 20s and probably not much better than 40 in the afternoon on our Monday. And this chilly weather will stick around for a day or two early next week. This is the 2 to 7 day outlook compared to average. Notice the cool weather in the east, warm weather out west. Kind of a reversal of where we've been lately. But the pattern is not going to last long. I think we're going to switch right back into a pretty warm pattern as we go into the longer range. Here's the last week, generally speaking, of March. Likely to be above average for a lot of the time. All right, that's the Tuesday night weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks as always for watching. More Weather Geeks coming your way tomorrow evening on my weather blog at wfmj.com/weather, as well as your Storm Tracker 21 weather app that if you have not downloaded it yet, be sure and do that. It's a great app. I'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great Tuesday night and a good Wednesday as well.